Right, quick video this Friday and some very good solid advice because I've had some disasters or heard of some disasters this week regarding British registered vehicles here in Malaga. All right, so let's talk about Malaga, where we are, the province. You can't drive a British registered vehicle without tax and without an MOT in Spain. It's as simple as that. You never have been able to, and you can't now. The pandemic it doesn't matter that there's been a pandemic. The police just don't care if you haven't been able to get back to pick up your vehicle. They don't care if you've been lied in bed with COVID and the MOT and tax has run out. You've got no way of getting it home without driving it. You know, they just don't care, and you can't drive on the roads without tax and MOT in Spain. Okay, now I don't know in the UK if you can or not, because I've been hearing all sorts of stories that if you've got an MOT booked and you've got no tax, as long as you've got the booking slip and you come off the ferry and you show them you've got the MOT booked, because of COVID you can drive, get it MOT'd and then tax it, or something like that. I've heard that 3 or 4 times this week, that apparently people have had that advice from the DVLA and the consulate. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I haven't spoken to the consulate about it. I haven't spoken to the DVLA about it. Okay, but what I do want to literally leave here, and it's made me mad this week, is you cannot drive a vehicle, UK registered vehicle, without tax and MOT in Spain, period. That's just the way it is. Right, and if you're being told by any other authority in the UK that you can, it's wrong. Okay, and those authorities in the UK do not have jurisdiction over the authorities here. Okay, could you imagine if you were in the UK with a Spanish registered vehicle with no ITV and no tax paid on it, and you got stopped by a UK policeman and they decided to take your vehicle off you because they found this out, whether they could or not, I don't know, but they found this out, and you turned around and said, oh, it's okay because the DGT told me I could drive in the UK with this vehicle. You know, they wouldn't have it, would they? Well, the same applies here. All right, so it doesn't matter what you've been told by anybody, you cannot drive a vehicle with no tax and no MOT, even if it's been stuck here because of COVID, even if it's been, you've had COVID, you know, any excuse doesn't cut the mustard at all. So if your vehicle is stuck here with no MOT and no tax, you've got 2 choices. You can either stick it on the back of a wagon and have it sent back, gone, that's it, you can't drive it back, or you can register it on Spanish plates, and to be able to move that vehicle you would need to get the P green temporary plates, all right, which gives you 60 days to then legalise the situation of the vehicle. So if you have got no tax and no MOT on your vehicle, you can still drive it. If you go and apply for these plates are essentially for that purpose. It allows you to insure the vehicle using a Spanish insurance, and then that insurance switches to your definitive plates once you get them. All right, now what's the problem that's come up this week? Well, people have had their vehicles lifted because they're here in Spain and they've got no tax and MOT and they're in the compound, and now the police are actually more worried about the tax than they are the MOT, but you can't get tax on the vehicle because it hasn't got an MOT, and they don't want to register the vehicle here in Spain, which means P plates is an option. Well, you're knackered. It's a tough one. It really is. We're working through a few cases now. But really, to be honest with you, you know, we're coming to the end of the period where cars should be driving around anyway. So because we're coming to that 90-day period after Brexit, one would assume if a British car is here, it's being driven by tourists and the travel corridors aren't open anyway. So I'd expect that the police are going to be coming down very hard on UK registered vehicles anyway. In fact, no, they are. The amount of calls we've had this week with cars that have been lifted with no tax and MOT. All right, so I don't know if I laboured this point. You can't drive a vehicle with no tax and no MOT, UK registered vehicle with no tax and MOT in Spain. As they say in Spanish, punto. You just can't do it.